Hey everyone, Silver Ninja's back. Now that we've installed our server, let's, as a player, let's install, not install, but let's set up our teams. So first thing I need to do to join my demo alliance A is I need to do make default. This actually tells the bot that I'm joining this guild, so Alliance A, and it'll create the file for me. So I have my game open here. So when we set up our team, we want to set up our team as base. So when I go to my team screen here, I'll start selecting those teams and adding them as their base power and not as war buffs. So I'm not going to look at war for that. So I'm going to start setting those teams. So wset is the command. I can set multiple teams at the same time. If I don't know what the acronym here, I can run the acronym. I know them by heart now, but basically it goes with wset. You put the team, so X-Men, and then we want to set them in 1000. So I'll put only the first 3 digits. So X-Men is 370k. And then the Asgardians are 291. My AIM team is 288. And I'll go down the list here. So my Nick Fury team is 302. My BHV is 284, sorry. My Fantastic Four, 279. My Power Armor at 275. So now if if I was doing this just on my phone, I would probably write all of them just on a piece of paper and then transcribe them after. And a lot of people I'm like are asking me is that not like really a lot of work to do to constantly update these? Well, technically, oops, this one is not XM, it's Wakanda. I have an Ultron team here that I use. So technically it doesn't take that long, and technically you're not working on the entire roster in one shot. The only thing that affects your entire roster is your start tech. But Stark Tech also has low improvement, so I'm not too worried. So for myself, once a week, I'll check my team and see what has changed and what hasn't. So as I promote a character to higher tier or assign a new gear or new ability, I will do an update in my roster, but that happens like very seldomly. So I'm just going through my list like this. Three. And then the other thing is you could use only your meta team that you use in war. You don't have to put all of your team. I put all of them. I just like having them in there and manage my team that way, but it's definitely not needed. And okay, so I went through my entire blitz. Now there's a couple of those team variation that I use in war. So as an example, my Nick Fury team here, I use it with Coulson. right? So I'll come in here and find Colson and put Colson on the team, and then I'll add the NFC and then it's the same level that happens but with Colson. The other one that I use quite a bit in War is Aimtron, right? So I switch, I actually change the position, but for the total doesn't really matter. I think my screen has trouble following up. I'll let it catch up here. Okay, so I have my Aimtron at 310. There we go. And I think that's about the variation that I do. I could put my BH in there or my BH boom, but I don't really use them. So I'll do the set here. It goes through the entire list. If I type one of the name incorrectly, it will give me which one it is, and then I can redo the set. So now if I want to see what I have, I'll type WSU, which is stand for show user, right? So both show user and SU will do the same thing. Now the bot, because this is a channel where your entire alliance use, you can do, and there I go, the Padres beat the Giants. You can interact with the bot in a private message. So the bot just sent me my roster in my private message here. So I'll go here, and you can see all of my team in here are as attack, right? And they're available. So the other thing that I like to do is I'll set actually what my defense is. So if I go to my war defense, we're between wars, so it let me access it. And then what I can do is actually set these teams on defense that I set the power, and then set them in the right place. So I do a W set D for defense, and then put each of those team at the right place. So I have my Avenger in slot 1. So if I don't want to put the slot, it's fine, I don't have to do it. I can ignore it. Or if I put the slot here, it will position it. And then I have my Kree, and all you guys are probably saying that, like, all right, I know what silver has on defense. I change those all the time. So, and if you think that gives you an advantage, good for you. My N on here, I'm a rotor 5. My human 6, my Asgardian 7, and my Nick Fury Coulson in 8. That thing didn't update quite a bit. It's lagging, but might catch up to what I did. I'm looking at it on my phone, but that little attachment, here we go, it's going now. So you'll see a little late, but so you can see here it created, and I'm in the private message where it actually did it. So it added those team to the defense. So now if I do SU, which is show user, but I do show all, because the show user by default will show you only the team on offense, because this is something you use usually on during war. So show user all will give you everything you have. So now there's a few things I want to do. First of all, I did have my Fury team here, but it's on Coulson with Fury is on D. So what I'll do is I'll set Fury on D as well. It's a valid team, but I won't use it during war. Sometime too I set my tech wing. So I could do a set tech wing. I don't know what the total is. Let's pretend it's 335. And then this is also a team I don't use during war, so I'll do a set D tech wing. So I'll just move it to my defense, and then I know these are the team that I use during war. I didn't do the variation, but I also used the Drax, the D4 on offense. But this is how you set your team. Now during war, when you used a team, or for instance, so let's say I did use my Mtron to beat one of the Asgardian, what I would do is I would actually say W use or U or used, and I would say I use Aimtron, but I also in fact use aim and Ultron because I want to remove these three teams as available. If I did use just aim, then I can still use Ultron, right? Eventually I'll put something that the bot will know which one to remove, but right now it's not in the bot. And if I did two attack and I did one attack with Aimtron and maybe I attacked a I used a defender on a Kree team, I can put that. Now the bot tells me what's marked as used. So if I do SU, I'll only have what's available during the war. If I do show user attack, sorry, all, it shows me all of my team. Now this is very powerful because if 24 members in your alliance use this, when you have you're looking for a counter. So for instance, if you're countering a Nick Fury team of 350k, the counter tells you you need an X-Men of 315k or a supernatural of 402k, right? Or some inhuman of nearly 300k. So you can use the show XM, and then I'll show you everybody that hasn't used their X-Men, and then I can say everybody that haven't used their Inhuman. So currently there's no team available for Inhuman because mine are on defense, but it's really powerful in an alliance when you can actually do that. Let me just remove that. We're not going to use that anymore. So the show all, the counter with the show is really powerful. This is team management. And then in the end of the war, you can actually just say, show me everything that is available. I won't put in a team, and then it'll go through all of the available team and it'll go like, here's what somebody has, and it removes what's available. Obviously we're not in war, but it gives you everything. So this is super powerful when you use the both the counter and the team management together. It makes it a very efficient tool and very useful. All right, I hope that was helpful for you guys. You know where to find me.